Hey everybody, it's Adam22. Welcome back to No Jumper News. Here with my man AD. Let's get right into these stories.
Hello.
Okay guys, we got a lot of big news today. We got a whole bunch of updates about Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. They're saying he shot her. We're going to talk about all of that. We also got to talk about James Harden and why he's getting dragged by a whole bunch of different people in the rap community for allegedly supporting the police. And then we got to talk about the fact that Logic, the greatest rapper of all time, may in fact be retiring. Let's get right into it. Okay, so since yesterday, more reports surrounding the shooting involving Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion are still coming in and flooding our timelines. In fact, Tory was #1 on trending for a large percentage of yesterday. Earlier this week, news revealed that Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez have been arrested outside of a mansion in the Hidden Hills area of Los Angeles. Megan has come forward to confirm that these claims of her being arrested were false, stating that she was never arrested. Instead, she says that she was a victim of a targeted attack, suffering from a gunshot wound, and was taken to the hospital for treatment. Page 6 was the first to break the news that it was Tory Lanez himself who allegedly shot Megan. However, TMZ reports that he may be claiming that it was all an accident. According to TMZ, Tory, Megan, and her best friend Kelsey were inside a chauffeur-driven SUV when an argument popped off and the girls said that they wanted to leave the vehicle. Tory then fired off shots while still inside the car, hitting Megan in the foot. Reports reveal that Tory was not arrested for the shooting, but instead he was charged for having a concealed weapon. Originally, Meg told the police that she had cut her foot on the glass. Well, TMZ has also confirmed that not all of the witnesses are cooperating with police, adding an alleged video linked to the incident does exist, but hasn't been released to the public just yet. On Twitter, a fan sent out a tweet saying that Tory Lanez's rep claimed that Tory was defending her. Meg's producer Lil Ju responded to the tweet, telling fans that the narrative that Tory was defending her was a bullshit story. Meg's bodyguard, Justin Edison, spoke on the incident on his Instagram story, saying that he was not present during the incident, writing, "If you know me and you know her well enough, not only do you know I wasn't physically present during Sunday morning's events, but you know why." He insists that Megan will never step foot outside without him, adding, "Plus some people who don't aim at feet," basically saying that the people that he's around, typically, if they were around, they would have took care of business. All right, so yesterday when we did this here show, we were informed by people in the streets, let's just say, that there was a version of events that basically matches up with what is now being reported in the press. We hinted at it. It turns out that most of the stuff we were hearing has now kind of been confirmed. Tory's been trending like crazy, but it seems like people are being a little bit hesitant to maybe fully cancel him when you consider that somebody like Chris Brown, somebody like XXXTentacion basically had their careers imploded. I mean, they survived to whatever extent, but they had huge damage done to their career because of basically hurting a woman. Now we're looking at Tory Lanez allegedly shooting Meg Thee Stallion, one of the most beloved rappers of all, or in this current landscape, in the foot. I just want to know how this pans out.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is going on with 2020? This shit has just been a fucking roller coaster.
That's a good point. In the middle of a pandemic, Meg Thee Stallion gets shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. This is like, I'm really doing my best to hold back. I'm doing my best to hold back on just assuming that the worst version of the story that is being put out there is the real version, because there is a chance that this is gonna not be as bad as it seems. Maybe. I mean, it could be a different version of the story, but we have seen that Meg and her friend both unfollowed Tory on Instagram, which is huge.
I tell you what, if I was there, I would have took this motherfucker out. All the bullets and would bouncing off. Oh, motherfucker. Ooh, this motherfucker.
That is a good point. Meg really should have had a shield.
Yes.
If she had had a shield, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. Yeah, basically, I don't really know what to say about this whole issue at this moment in time, because it just seems so unbelievable and so hard to make sense of. I'm hoping that this just isn't real, but it seems like everything is pointing towards it basically happening.
Something is in the water, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Because this is ridiculous now.
That's a fact. That's a
2020, a Snapple fact.
That's a big Snapple.
Next story. While James Harden is wearing his mask in public and doing his part to help curb the coronavirus spread, he's catching a lot of backlash on social media for rocking a mask designed to show support for the police force in response to the Black Lives Matter movement. The official Rockets Twitter posted a picture of James Harden upon his arrival in Florida, wearing a mask over his face that had the Blue Lives Matter flag design. The graphic shows a skull on top of a black and white American flag pattern with a single blue stripe running through it. it. It wasn't until both the NBA and the Rockets tweeted a close-up of Harden calling him the masked beard. The people began to focus on the masked design, immediately blasting him on. Trey Songz waited on the conversation saying, "This is certified clown shit. I'll say it for everybody who's scared to. Fuck out of here." One user tweeted, "No wonder James Harden shoots when players had their hands up." Another user tweeted, "Wow, never thought James Harden would side with an organization that doesn't even try to defend, but wants to convince everyone that someone else touched him first." Few people believe James Harden was unaware of the mass symbolism, as he's publicly expressed support for the Black Lives Matter movement in the past. Meek Mills took to Twitter to defend his friend, writing, "Y'all know damn well JH don't know what that mask meant, because I don't. He donates millions in real life to our people. End of story." Thugger, man. He tweeted, "Just so you know, James Harden is my brother. By the way, he don't have internet, so he obviously don't know what's right or what's wrong. He posted something that's against us, but I hate when rappers get in niggas' biz like it can't happen to them. Busters, let niggas clear that shit up, activists."
You know, it's hard to tell. Is this something that we should be like really genuinely mad about? Are we supposed to really be mad at James Harden, or are we supposed to just give him a pass? Because, I mean, I didn't know what that symbol meant.
I don't know what the hell. I didn't even know what he was wearing. I would have wore the same thing just because it's blue. People, stop this shit, man. Y'all just want to rage war on anybody you can. James did not know that. I didn't know that. You didn't know that shit either, huh?
No, I mean, I never would have thought of it. I mean, the question is how did this end up in the hands of James Harden if it is some like bizarro pro-police memorabilia?
Man, listen, James is from the streets. He one of us. He don't know. He didn't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. That could have happened to anybody. You guys are just stupid. Y'all just want to cancel anybody.
Yeah. And I mean, at least he has somebody like Thug in his corner coming out to basically let the world know that they're trying a little too hard to get people up out of here.
Glad he got real homies, man, speaking up for him, because that shit ain't right.
I don't know much about James Harden, but I was informed by reading about all this that he actually has been fairly outspoken in terms of Black Lives Matter and everything. So to put this narrative on him just because he wore a mask when his actions seem to go in another direction seems a little cynical.
It's stupid.
All right, final story for the day. Logic has returned to social media to reveal that he was ready to drop the mic and retire his rap career. On Twitter, Logic has said that he is gearing up to release his 6th studio album, noting that this will be his last record as he is officially retiring, saying that he's prepared to move on to the next chapter of his life as a father. Officially announcing my retirement with the release of No Pressure, executive produced by No ID, July 24th. It has been a great decade. Now it's time to be a great father. His Instagram page was cleared of everything that has been except for one post regarding his final album. Back in April, Logic and his now wife Brittany Noel revealed that they had welcomed their first baby boy. Since coming in the rap game, Logic has released 5 albums, 6 mixtapes, and a soundtrack throughout his career. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like Logic's music. Never been a fan. So him retiring really don't mean a whole lot to me. But I want to say, I think he's leaving the rap game because Joe Budden said that he was one of the worst rappers of all time. He never responded to that. Never had words coming back at that. I feel like he's just like, you know, I'm getting out the rap game before I get dissed by any more podcast hosts.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the podcast, the Joe Budden podcast, and they were reciting his strip club lyrics.
Right.
And it was
not good.
They made it sound so terrible. Nah. And they're like, bring it back. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, Logic is just such an example of somebody who, from a technical perspective, you know, he's a good rapper, but from a content perspective, he's just a little corny to me. You know, he's very, very good technical rapper.
That nigga not retiring.
Yeah, I know. Why are we even acting like this is a real thing? Every rapper ever who said that they were retiring did not really retire.
I believe when Hov said it, though. I was sad.
Yeah, well, I mean, to his credit, Hov did retire, but it was like 10 years later.
Yeah. Logic, cut the crap, nigga.
All right, YouTubers, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow AD on Instagram. Follow Adam22 on Instagram. And as always, subscribe. Subscribe!